GZM Shows and the creators of 6 Minutes are rolling out their newest audio adventure with the podcast Discovering Dad. A cautious single dad with a secret past and his rebellious kids embark on a thrilling quest complete with hidden treasure, villains, and a family curse. New episodes of Discovering Dad roll out weekly starting June 11th on Apple Podcasts. Follow the show so you never miss an episode, or listen early and ad-free as a GZM Shows subscriber. Go to gzmshows.com to learn more.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.
And now, stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast.
Up until the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics, if you went to Olympic race walker Evan Dunfee's Twitter page, his bio said something to the effect of non-medal Olympian. Now it says world champion medalist / Olympic medalist. And he's local, lives in Richmond, which is cool watching the games, rooting on someone who lives just over there. And when Evan was a guest, he talked about getting ready for Olympic events. He would start off in Richmond, walk into Vancouver, through Stanley Park, and back to Richmond. He placed 3rd at the Tokyo Olympics, an incredible accomplishment. Just being in the Olympics is outstanding, and winning a medal, life-changing. He talked about his first concert, seeing the Chili Peppers, binging Ted Lasso, Our Lady Peace, and System of a Down both came up. So did COVID and the restrictions and the fact that Joe Thornton is his second cousin. And stop me if you've heard this before, Evan talked about his standout memories from the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
It's really tough, like going into the games in this environment. Obviously, there was a lot of uncertainty about what it would look like and how safe it would be. And a big thing for me was just understanding that it was going to be a different Olympics for the people of Tokyo. The Olympics are a multi-billion-dollar price tag that are left upon a city. And going into the games, it was a city that didn't want to host them. The majority of Tokyo residents were against the games happening. So I was really kind of conscious of that, and knowing that I was kind of going into Tokyo as a bit of a intruder almost. So what's been really interesting to see is how the city and the country seems to, at least from my perspective, what I could see, seem to rally behind the games once they started and rally behind the athletes and the stories and find the positive in it. And then, to come home and to hear that Team Canada had zero positive cases within our bubble, and to know that we kept it safe. And that means that we'll have kept the residents of Tokyo safe and all that. It's a nice feeling, because there was all those things were sort of uncertain when I was heading there. So there's a bit of a relief and a bit of gratitude, I guess. Coming home are probably the two biggest feelings.
Stop me if you've heard this before on the Toddcast podcast is powered by FKP MMA, Vancouver's #1 training destination at fkpmma.com.
Talmor, Shishin Murachi. Talmor is my home. My family have worked the land for generations. My gran says the island does not belong to us, but we belong to the island. And we must be ready, for a great evil is coming, and death follows with it.
Listen and subscribe to the latest season of Undertow, The Harrowing, a Storyglass production presented by Realm, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I uncover the blasphemous truth of a plague-ridden world, that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, coming January 2nd, wherever podcasts are available.